Hi guys, I'm Amy Dabell. I'm a senior executive sales leader with Norwex. I do most of my parties online on Facebook. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I create a Facebook party group. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is from Facebook, I'm going to click groups and create a new group. The group name, I'm just going to title, for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to title this example group. And this is really important. When you're setting it up, you really want to make sure that you watch this toggle switch because it will creep up on you and invite every single person that you know. So you want to make sure you turn that off. All of my groups are private, visible, and then I click create. Once the group is created, I want to add a banner. So I'm going to click upload photo and I'm going to grab this example group banner that I made. And now you're going to hit save changes. So now the banner is saved. Okay, so for the purposes of this example, we're going to say that my main demo for this party group is next Thursday. And normally I would have my hostess name here as well as the main demo date and time listed out. So for the purposes of this video, we're just going to say the party is next Thursday night at 7:30. You're going to see why that's important. Create some settings specific to this party group. The first thing is I'm going to click the admin assist and I always click publish a welcome post. I'm actually not using this as a welcome post. I'll show you what I'm going to use it for. So this is a post that automatically gets posted by Facebook and I click the repeating schedule. You'll see why in a second. And then I change this post. I'm going to X out of the picture. And for this, I'm going to go to my boards extension and I'm going to grab my 15-minute reminder. And let's just grab the 15-minute language. All right, so this says, hey everyone, I'm going to be live in 15 minutes. Make sure you're right back here in the group. So the reason why I do this way, and I'm going to schedule it now. So I hit save to save the post. Now I'm going to go down here to once a week, and we're going to say our party is next Thursday, the 16th, and the party's at 7:30. So I want this to post at 7:15. So if the party's at 7:30, this is going to post at 7:15. Now, the reason why this is valuable is because Facebook will post this for me and it will be exactly 15 minutes before I go live. And what Facebook does is it will tag every single new member in the group. So that's great because that's one less time I have to tag people, right? And they're also getting that reminder. The only important thing I want to call out on this feature is that you do need to delete it after your main event. Because if not, then it's going to post on a weekly basis. So I never tag myself. So I'm going to click don't tag. Now I'm going to scroll down. It says approve member request if one friend in group. So I usually have party host, right? So if my party host is inviting her friends, I want those friends to be automatically added to the group. I don't want to have to do any manual work there. Okay, so I'm done in this section. Now I'm going to go down to the group settings. And for name and description, you always want to have something here because this is a good reference point for your guests. I do have something in my boards event. So we are going to use this general description that I have. So in the description, I always have the name of the party, the shopping link, the catalog link, the party date and time. I let my guests know that it's fast shipping. They don't need to wait until the party closes to get their products shipped out. And I also offer free samples. So I have a link for them to get that. And I do have my contact information. I'm going to click save. And now I'm going to do a couple more things. All right. So I don't use the new member intro anymore. I did for a while. I didn't really like the way that looked. And I'm just confirming here that it is a private group. It is a visible group. I do not do anything for location. For group color, I go with the color that Facebook recommends. Just makes the group look nicer. I leave the badges and group affiliation alone. Who can join the group? You can either do profiles or profiles and pages. I do profiles and pages. I'll tell you why in a moment. Anonymous participation, I always turn this off. And if we scroll down to sort post, I want the post to be in order in terms of when I'm posting content. So I click New Post. That way the party's just clean and organized and everything posts the proper way. For Reels, I always turn this off. I'm gonna hit remove. All right, so now my group is set up the way I like it. So now I have my group. Here's that group description, which I'm going to pin to the featured post. And the reason why I selected pages and profiles were okay to join the group is because in my party groups, I always add my business page. So let's do that real quick. So, right, I create the party from my personal Facebook group, but I also have a business page. So I'm going to have my business page join. Then I'm going to click back over to my personal page. I'm going to go find that group, that example group. And now I see that I do have a member request. I'm going to approve my business page, and then I'm going to go to members once I've approved my business page, and I'm going to select my business page here and invite my business page to be an admin. So the reason why I do this, so now I have two admins in the group, they're both me. So a couple reasons for this. Number one, each admin can do the @everyone tag once a day. I do not use the @everyone tag a lot, except for on the day of the main event. I tag everyone on the live. So I will use my business page to do that. And then I tag everyone on the shopping post after my demo, and I use my personal page to do that. So that is why I add my business page, just gives me a little bit more flexibility. And there we go. Now our group is ready to start posting.